Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some stocks on the move today. I'm Nathan Hager, joined by Bloomberg's Kriti Gupta. Not a whole lot of movement broadly this morning, Kriti, but we are certainly seeing some moves in either direction with Qualcomm in focus certainly this morning after earnings that beat, but maybe not enough. Good morning.
Good morning, Nathan. I mean, this is what happens. Again, I keep using this analogy, but when the A++ student only gets an A+, that's kind of what happens. Qualcomm, of course, is known for making the chips and the processors that used to be part of the Apple iPhone. And so they were part of the Apple supply chain for a very long time until Apple went in other directions. Nevertheless, Qualcomm had diversified their kind of customer base for quite some time. This earnings story shows a little bit of a different picture. Like you said, things are fine. Things are looking pretty good. They actually did meet their earnings. They gave a positive outlook. Analysts were broadly positive on the report. They even talked about a profit hit from a U.S. tax change. Sorry, a profit. Yes, they did have a profit hit from a U.S. tax change on that, but it wasn't as big as the street was expecting. So again, they should be good numbers across the board, and yet it fell. And now this really speaks to this idea that they did come up with some positive numbers, but they weren't as positive. It wasn't as big of a beat or margin of a beat as analysts were expecting. So you are seeing the shares actually come down just a little bit this morning to the tune about 3%. QCOM is your ticker there. But Nathan, I mean, there are bigger stocks in the tech universe that are moving in a bigger way. I'm going to start with DoorDash. I think we can still call that a tech company, given it is an app at the end of the day. It's an app,
sure. Why not?
Yeah, DASH is your ticker. Shares are spiraling lower, down about 11% this morning, trading at $212 a share and change. They are doing a meta, which is a verb now. I'm making it a verb. They're doing a meta where they're doing bigger investments, higher CapEx. They're trying to innovate. They're trying to invest in some of their platforms. DoorDash, for example, has recently acquired Deliveroo, which is a UK food delivery business. So they're really trying to invest in a big way that they keep saying is going to help them in the long term. The street is looking at that and saying, this is way too much spend, and we don't see how this is going to show the same returns that you're promising. And they're getting punished for it. DoorDash shares down some 11% as we speak. It is your biggest volume mover to the downside this morning. There's another disappointment in the tech universe, and that's in the cybersecurity company Fortinet. FTNT is your ticker. Shares trading just shy of $77 a share, also down by just shy of 11%. They have a massive services business, obviously, as a cybersecurity company. That services forecast disappointed. The street was expecting a lot more investment into cybersecurity, and they didn't exactly get that in this set of earnings. So FTNT down about 11%. They're actually trading on and off with DoorDash in terms of the worst performers this morning. I want to give you some good news, though, because there is good news in this market. It's coming from an unlikely source, though, and that is Snap Inc., the parent company of Snapchat.
Oh,
it is. I know I haven't talked about it in a while, but it's one
I haven't
to
used
note
it
this
in a
morning.
while.
That's
I'm pushing 50, so there you go.
Well, that's its problem. Is trying to get the demographic. Maybe its new deal with Perplexity AI will help change that. They're talking about a $400 million deal to try to get AI involved in their search platform. Shares are rallying on it. The street loves it. Higher by 20% this morning. SNAP shares trading just shy of $9 a share. So there is some good news in pockets of this market.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.